But I'm just curious when you think about, the opportunity to come up with ideas based on kind of what you're forecasting, you're seeing in the future, are there any specific resources or practices that you find kind of help you break from sort of conventional thinking to thinking much more innovatively or breakthrough about, again, products or services that might be appropriate in that future scenario?
Well, I don't want to discount any traditional foresight processes. I've spent a lot of years kind of finding like weird, strange places to find data. Again, a lot of it has to do with exposing yourself to things that you're not as comfortable with.
Yeah.
That has been the best practice that I've found for opening that up and finding other ideas. But what I'm talking about with this other area of doing things more internally, it is spiritual work, it's performance, it's energy work. And the three main parts of it are breath work, sound, and movement. Breathwork, sound, and movement are like the three basics of Tantra, which is not a practice of sex and pleasure primarily.
Mhm.
It's actually a practice of igniting your creative life force, of
Mhm.
living a certain way with life where you're kind of dancing with it and finding the joy in it and all the time. Breath work, sound, and movement. So and this helps again to like release all of this energy. I found a lot in doing this practice that even with just certain emotions, how your body, can really, really hold on to it. Unless you do some kind of process of letting that move out, it's just energy, you know?
Mhm.
Just let that energy move in and out of that vessel. So I will spend almost every day I will do a practice for 30 to 60 minutes. And not all just focused on a foresight topic. This is
Mhm.
just like me breathing into my body and like taking a look at where I might be feeling something in my body and listening in and breathing into it, asking my body what it is that it wants to tell me, how it wants me to show it love, clear it
Mhm.
out. Okay, we're also clearing out our chakras.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm a deep believer in this stuff. I
Yeah.
do believe that trauma can sit in these certain areas in your body and that you can clear this out. Um, Also with energy work, one of the things that it does for me, and let me say too, like this practice, what it does is I think it helps connect like our physical material world with kind of more of that metaphysical stuff that is super real and not well understood, but it's like
Mhm.
the key, like has so many promises. So, but one of the big things that energy work will do is to help me come back to that principle that everything and everyone is connected, which is like one of the big principles in foresight in general. That's like a big concept that people have to kind of work through, that nothing goes into the future or moves anywhere in isolation. Everything is connected. So you can't just think of one thing floating into the future without all these other influences. So again, like continuing to understand um, that we're all connected.